Hey guys, Billy Fradys here, and I want to share this with you. People have been asking me that I've been helping. A simple question, like when we go through the process, helping them through the process, they ask me how much sales have I made, how many members, and I tell them I'm not the type of person who likes to post that. The reason being is that our mentor has always taught us from the beginning that you can't compare yourself to others. You can't compare yourself to the leaders, because they put in their time. And I tell people that all the time. They're at a different level, okay? Here's the thing. Our mentor talks about this all the time, and I get this question still comes up from people. And I want you to get sales. We all want you to get sales. We want you to be successful. The only way you're going to get there is you get good at the tools. Get good at the process. The sales are a byproduct of you getting good at your craft. Okay, so if you don't know how to set up get response with ClickFunnels, and don't know how to make a landing page, that goes to your bridge page or bridge video that's convincing and pre-framing, then you've lost already. Getting a sale or how many sales I have is irrelevant because it's not going to pay you, right? You're not getting sales. So understand the process. The sales are a byproduct of you getting good at YouTube, at Facebook, solo ads, landing pages, bridge pages, tracking, right? If you don't have a custom landing page and you don't know how to put that into clickmagick and you don't know how to convert that into your funnel, how are you going to get sales? How is me having sales, going to help you? How is that going to affect you? It's not, because you know nothing about the process. You know, I mean, I like to help people, but you know, you've got to get good at your craft. You've got to better you. You've got to get good at landing pages, bridge pages, copyright, email marketing. I'll give you a great example. Someone the other day wanted me to opt into their funnel, and I did. And then I got an email from GetResponse, and they had set up in their GetResponse a double opt-in because they didn't uncheck the three boxes in their preferences. And I messaged them back today, and I told them they have a double opt-in. That's why in the previous campaign, you've got to know your numbers, because that the solo ad provider was terrible, or that their landing page was terrible, and there wasn't any of that. It was just a simple, have to do unchecking of the three boxes and get response. There are just some things that you're going to learn, over time, that you're going to test. And you're going to make mistakes, and then you're going to learn from those mistakes, and then you're going to get better at it. But you will never get to that level. You will never understand the process if you don't just go out and do it and spend the time. You can go to get response and you can look at the FAQs. There's a chat there, and you can see, another great example. Someone said to me they got in their first email, like a 2% open rate. Okay, again, if you got 2%, it's your message, obviously. So look at your message and maybe ask someone who has a better open rate and see their message. So I say, for example, you know uh, look at someone who has a 20% open rate, and that open, right? In get response, you can click on the amount that open, and you can see the email on your right. you know you'll be able to say send email. Well, those people opened, so your chances of them opening are a lot greater because they're responsive. Okay, these are just the simple things that you have to learn during the course of time. But if you don't invest your time to go into the back office of GetResponse, go into the back office of your ClickMagick, or go into the back office of Namecheap. When I first started with ClickMagick, I knew nothing. All I did was, listen to all the videos, FAQs. I watched them for hours, figure out, also I just did it over and over again, and figured out how to integrate my private domain into ClickMagick from Namecheap. I actually did it 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 times. I would do it. how to integrate it into clickmagick, and when I did it, I go back into namecheap and delete everything, and do it again until I got so good at it, because repetition is the mother of all success, right? I mean, that's just, you know I would just do over and over again. I would create these landing pages, and then I would do them, small solo ad tests, like 100 or 200 clicks. I would just test, you know, the pictures and buttons. Now, I didn't spend a lot, but um, it's just that I would test to see, if I was getting it right. Just make sure that my get response connected, or a Weber was connected. People's responses, opt-in percentages. That's what I want to share with you. I don't want you to spend all that money, but these are things that you have to get good at. Okay, this is the way of our life. This is our profession. If you want to get into this line of, you know business, and basically this is a new career you're going into, that you're jumping into, you've got to get good at. Our mentor talks about this all the time. The sales are a byproduct. Do not focus on that. Focus on what you can control, and that is the tools, and getting good at that, and getting good at the email follow-ups and ad copy. You know, um, it's really not rocket science. You know, all the leaders, this is what they're good at. You know, this is what they're all good at. With their tools, they know how to use it. You know, they move on to Facebook, they test, and they understand the process. And every time they get people into their funnel, they understand it's going to work, with 1000% confidence. Why? They got good at the tools that were given to us. Everything that our mentor gives us, everything is absolutely amazing, 100%. Like integrating ClickFunnels, landing pages, all that information, into our blog. I mean, it's so amazing. Our mentor is amazing, and that's why he does it, because he understands the process and how all these tools. And when I was a newbie, right, I was a person just starting out, no experience whatsoever. How do I do it? How do I optimize my, you know, uh, if I were to start over tomorrow and had all these tools, and I was a newbie, right, a person just starting out with no experience whatsoever, how would I do it to optimize my subscribers, make the most money, and get to the process and help people ascend them through the funnel? That's why our mentor does what he does. Like I tell everybody that you know, people that I work with, that I sponsor, you've got to invest time, money, energy, and most importantly, you've got to educate yourself. Educate yourself with all the tools. Do not compare yourself with the leaders, because one day you're going to be there. And if you don't understand the tools, you will never get there. If you never understand the process, if you never just go out there and fall on your face, miserably, you will never get there. I did it, and I love it. I absolutely love the process. Um, why? Because the process for me is exciting. And every time I make a mistake, I learn from it. And every time I see a result from the process, as a little part of the process, that means I'm getting closer, which means I'm literally going to be like one of these mentors, that are succeeding. I'm going to be there soon, but I'm not going to get there if I'm not putting in the time, energy, and education. You can do it. You really can, but please, you've got to understand the process. Learn your tools. Get really good at it. And if it's just one thing, right? Like our mentor says, one thing, one idea can make you a millionaire. You know, if you can share that with your list, you're going to be that much better off. And understand the process. And if you're able to explain, if you can explain the process to people, you shouldn't be explaining at all. Just keep learning the process until you get great at it. Then you can share that with people, your subscribers, people on your list, so that they understand, and they're in that makes you an authority, okay? But if you can't do that, then don't even try to attempt it, because they'll see that you are being unauthentic, and you're lying, and they're not going to follow you. So I just want to share that with you. I get that a lot from people. I tell them, listen, how many paid members I have or subscribers, how many people are on my email list, how many members, it's irrelevant. You know, if you're not good at your process, then what's the point? I know I've helped people get sales, and I've never that I've never sponsored, because okay, and you could just ask them. It's me failing and testing and understanding the process. But if you're not going to do it yourself, if you just want someone to hand it to you, this is not for you, all right? But I know you do. So go out there and just test, get good at the process, get good at your tools. That's why the tools are there. You know, it's because you're just not getting good at it. Educate yourself, learn it inside and out, like your specialty and like you're tying your shoes. I promise you're going to get results, and that's going to make you that much better, above your competition. So, guys, get good at the process. I know you can do it, but please stop comparing yourself to someone else. You cannot do that. This is your journey. Like Les Brown says, it's your time. It's been your time, but it's not going to be your time if you don't make it your time. Invest in you, and that's all that matters. Do not compare it to anyone else. Just stay focused, stay the course, get good at the tools and the process, and I promise you, you're going to make money. It's just impossible to not you know get good at the tools, and I know you're going to get sales. you know I love to see it. It makes me excited. It encourages me to see people make a sale and saying they got their first sale. It's very exciting. But for my part, every I just like to help people and motivate people and make them understand, and that way they can make sales and just learn the process. So hope you're all having a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.